Welcome everybody to another GeekFest episode. We have Jalpesh Vadgama with us. Talk about all about C#6. Jalpesh, how are you doing, sir?
I am fine. How are you, Fanny?
Very well, thank you. Jalpesh, last time we couldn't really finish our conversation, but today we decided we're going to draw that line and we're going to do this whole thing. Um, you're going to show us some interesting stuff on C#6, but before we go on, why don't you just give us a quick introduction of who you are, a bit history of yourself, and you've been nominated as MVP again. Congratulations.
Thank you. So, like myself, Jalpesh Vadgama, I am a Microsoft MVP for .NET, and I have been awarded MVP 4 times. So this is my fourth time, and currently I am working as a technical architect at Arctex Services Private Limited in India, especially in Ahmedabad, and I have 10 plus years of experience in Microsoft.NET and all the related technologies. And currently, like my focus is on like ASP.NET 5, which is a new shiny thing, and C#6.
Very cool. Now you're going to talk to us about C#6.
Ye-
Why don't you share your screen? And I believe you've got some demos there to take us through each and every little feature. That's one of the cool features I believe that they've released. You're going to show us all what's new in C#6, right?
Yeah, let me share it.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. So like we have 6 demos to go through about the latest C# features. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So there are let's like with C sharp 6.0, there are like lots of syntax sugars has been added. So like it will make a lot people's life very easy. So that's what like I'm going to show it today. So like I have Visual Studio 2015 Enterprise. So let's go through one by one. So first thing is like auto property initializers. So like in auto, like earlier in the C sharp way, we used to have properties like this simple get set access specifier, and then we need to initialize this property with something like object initializer, or either we can create an object and then initialize it in later, or we have to use constructor. But now we have auto property initializer, so like you can directly initialize your properties with like it gets at access specifier itself.
So that will take the property and it will initialize it with using a private read-only
Yes,
setter.
yes, private read only setter, and like it is like a constructor initializer. So in behalf of that, I have seen like earlier that it was doing like initialization from the constructor itself.
Okay, so you see, if you actually decompile this guy, it will basically show you this
Yeah,
the same compilation as what it
yeah,
originally did with the construct initializer, right?
yeah. So it's just a syntax sugar. So
Okay.
we don't have to worry about those things. So let me make this as a startup project. So what I have done, I have created an employee class where I have one ID property which is initialized with auto property initializers, and then I have created a class employee, and I created an object, and then I have print those things with the like console.write line. So pretty basic demo. So let's run it. Okay. I don't know why it's running so slow.
These things happen. Funny enough, it happens all the time in demos. It happens to me all the time.
Okay, so here we go. So and you can see this GUID has been initialized with like auto property initialize.
Okay.
Okay, so uh,
So,
like uh,
sorry.
so like
So, where would you use this kind of feature in practice?
basically like where I need some kind of default properties. Earlier we used to have constructor there, like to initialize with some kind of default values. At that time we can use this. Like definitely a better syntax than like constructor. Earlier we used to see write a constructor and then we initialize something like that. I
Okay.
haven't tried it with read-only property, but I was that's what like I intended to do like during weekend, but there was some personal work and I couldn't uh, write down a whole demo for read-only property. But maybe in future I will write something about the read-only property also.
Okay. No, that's a great feature. It keeps the code clean, and
Yeah, definitely.
I believe also that the the productivity will go up when code are clean. Then
Yeah,
productivity definitely goes up.
yeah, definitely.
So let's move on to the next demo.
Yeah, definitely. Let me close it. So the another one is let me make it start a project so we don't have to worry about it. Another is the like exception filters. So like earlier in the earlier code we don't have any facility to filter like exceptions in the catch blocks. So we need to write
So let's
something.
demo.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So like earlier we don't have any like features to like filter exceptions. So now with C sharp 4 point, oh sorry, C sharp 6.0, we have like a new feature called exception where we can filter based on like messages, status, anything. So like when you like this is very useful when you have some kind of general exception or your custom exception where you can write the message there.
All right. So I see the syntax
Yeah.
is try catch when.
Yeah. So when is kind of a like a condition where you can put like whatever filter you want to do. Even you can have multiple filters there.
And you don't even need to check with anything inside EX or the exception. You can check any
Yes.
condition.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So that is the basic filter. So what I have done in this demo, I throw a new exception with another message, and there is another catch block with my exception. So we'll go one by one. So so first time it will go into this one because we are going to like filter it with message. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So let me start. Okay. So here you can see this is like another message because like it's gone into first catch block with the filter.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me quickly change into my exception. Okay.
I see.
So
So you're actually throwing your exception to go so that it can catch the appropriate place, so that you can
yeah,
show the appropriate message on the when.
yes. So now we have my exception because like now it's going into another catch block where we have some filter for my exception.
Now, what happens if you throw an exception that catches it in the appropriate block and only catches it in the appropriate block with a certain condition? And inside
Mm.
that certain condition, you can do stuff like in your case, you're doing right line my
But
exception. Uh,
yeah,
but what happens inside there? You throw it the same exception, sort of it loops around. Will it be an endless loop, or what will happen?
no, like if you throw exception with another message or blank exception, then you need to write a another like at bottom you need to write a another catch exception clause to handle all the errors. This is for like specific filter only, so you need to do something like this.
Okay, but if you inside the catch block and you throw an exception there, again with the message my exception, will it
Mhm.
catch itself?
No, no, it won't catch itself. Like it will handle only once.
Ah,
Just like earlier we used to have catch block. So if you throw exception in catch block, it won't handle.
okay, so it'll just stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, great. This is the feature I would definitely use.
Yeah, definitely. Like this will be helpful when you have uh, when you want to use same kind of exception. Let's say argument exception, but with different messages for different argument. At that time, like you can filter and you can use with any kind of logger with n log or something like that to like log your exceptions.
Okay, very cool. So this is called the exception filters features.
Yes.
So we saw auto-appropriate initializers.
Yes.
Now this is the exception filters. What is the name of operator? Please show us a bit about that.
Sure. Definitely. Let me set up a research project. Like this is like a pretty basic, very basic demo. Like we have a class, and like now with C sharp 4 point C sharp 6.0, like uh, we have a name of operator. So like we can print a name of the particular class. So the thing is that like earlier, like when we throw any argument or anything. At that time like we need to hard code the class name. Now we have a name of function where we can print the class name itself based on the like type only.
Okay, so it's the same as the type of, but instead of getting the type, you're actually just getting
Yeah.
whatever is in the brackets. It's
Yeah.
painting that label. It's just label, right?
No, it's not label. It's based on the type. Like let's say if I have an employee class, then it will print employee. If I have a customer class, so it basically prints the class name. So like when you throw like in code when you throw some kind of argument exception like argument missing or something like that. At that time earlier we used to hard code it like employee is missing or customer is missing. But
Ah,
now we can use this name of operator there and like you don't have to worry about the like spelling mistakes and all other stuff.
so it
Like
the name of operator accepts a
type.
type. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I type the name of string, it will show string.
Yeah. So let me run it. Okay.
Let's run it and see what happens.
Okay. So here you can see the employee class there. And same way I can write something like, let me write another one. this class foo, and now you can see the foo.
Ah,
Okay,
okay. That will take
so
away all the magic strings.
yeah, definitely. And that is very good when you write code for stick typing. So
Hmm.
now we don't have any magic strings, and we don't have to worry about spelling mistake, which I used to do a lot in
Well,
my code.
I won't say we won't have any magic strings, but I would
Yeah.
say maybe a bit less than we normally would have. But this is a very, very good feature. I've been using the name of operator quite a lot lately. Um,
Mm,
it's because I've got like butterfingers, do a lot of
mm.
typos and whatnot, and it surely helps me giving you compile time.
Yes,
Um, yeah, giving you
same thing.
compile time
Yep.
errors.
Yes, and same thing happens with me also. I used to write like wrong spellings of lots of things. So this helped me a lot. Like we are creating a new application where like we are using this name of operator a lot with like, this argument exceptions and all kind of other stuffs where we need magic string.
Before we move on, I see there on the left-hand side of your screen, there's a little, it looks to me like a Visual Studio icon and
This
a,
one.
yes, what is that? That's Roslyn, the light bulb, right?
Yes.
But there's
Yes.
a Visual Studio icon there. What is that?
Actually, I have installed ReSharper there.
Ah, so it's ReSharper. Okay, okay.
So like if you know, like as a MVP, you got a free license of ReSharper.
Yes, that's
So
correct. Okay.
so like
I thought for some reason something changed the little light bulb
no,
in C sharp in the new Roslyn something changed because I know about the light bulb and I was like,
yeah.
hey, there's a light bulb Visual Studio icon. What's going on?
Yeah, definitely. So I am trying to create a like analyzers for roasting for my code review stuff. So but still it is in like very basic stuff. So what intended to do, like ReSharper provides some kind of features for like code fixes and code reviews. So I want to like replicate same with some kind of open source. So maybe this will be a topic for a
Yeah,
next GeekFest.
yeah, definitely. We should definitely do a code analyzer
So
one in the future.
yeah, so that's what like intended to do. I really like few features of ReSharper, and I want to replicate same with that light bulb with Roslyn analyzers.
Okay, so the new ReSharper has support for the Roslyn, I assume, right?
Yeah, it is not using Roslyn, but like it is providing some code fixes based on the Roslyn. So
Okay. All right. So
like
uh,
ReSharper guys decided to use their own like uh, methods to do code analyzers,
uh,
but like with Telerik, just code and DevExpress code Rust, they are using like um, this Roslyn all the way in
okay.
background.
Um, I think we should move on because we are slightly going off topic, but this is a very
No problem.
interesting topic. We should definitely look into this
Yeah,
another time. But it's great these spontaneous features that keeps on popping up.
yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's move into next one.
Partial interfaces. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So like earlier we used to have partial classes. Now with C Sharp 6.0 we have partial interface. So
Okay, so wait. Partial interfaces. Um,
yeah,
that's not the same as partial classes, although you write it the same, but it's not the same. Just maybe explain more.
Yeah, it is not the same as the partial classes, but like uh, if you heard like there was a term called assembly neutral interface earlier.
Yes.
So so this is like the latest version of this, like earlier version of this. So what you have here, like you can define your interface as partial, and then like once you uh, like let's say you are creating a framework there, right? Let's say I am creating my full logging framework there, and I have implemented few features of logging in my framework. Okay, now you want to extend those features uh, with some another kind of a refer or another kind of a framework. Then you can use this partial interface there, and like you can have same interface in your code and extend those things with my framework. So like earlier we used to only have partial classes. Now this is kind of a extra extendability with interface also.
I see. So the same with partial classes. The partial interface's namespace should be the same, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So it's adding additional features to an
yeah,
existing structure.
yes. So like you can extend like any kind of framework. So uh, like uh, as I said, like I have created one framework, and let's say foo, and then we want to add some extra features there. Earlier what I have to do, like I have to modify it in like my framework only. Now you can create a extra interface, and like we already have partial classes, so you can extend those interface with partial, and then you can write in your framework. You have to like download my source code, and then you have to do just need a reference to my framework, and you can
Okay.
go.
Okay. So with other words, where the partial classes extend the implementation, interfaces you extend the contract.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Interesting, interesting stuff, I might say.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So I have implemented same class here also. Even I can do partial class also, but like it works with both of the way.
Yes. Okay.
And, and I have used property initializer there.
Why not?
So yeah, and in my main application, I have created a object of a person class with a my contract I person, and then I have print same thing. Okay,
Okay.
so here we go. So like when you compile, it will work as a single class only, just one single data contract only, just like a partial class in
Okay.
earlier version.
Very cool.
Okay, so we are done with partial interface. Now we have see string interpolation. Okay.
Yeah, string interpolation is one of the hot topics um, recently because it sort of allows you to do a cleaner string dot format, right?
Yeah, definitely. So earlier, like we used to write something like this string dot format, and we have
Yes, and I always got confused between which position is the first name, which position is the last name, and you have all sorts of
yeah,
zeros and ones and strings in between, and because of the variables was at the end of
yeah,
of the whole format thing, especially when you're doing long strings, it gets quite
yes,
confusing. So
yeah, and
So let's move to the little dollar sign. What is that? Is that string interpolation?
Yeah, it will tell like you are going to write some kind of variables there. So like dollar sign will indicates like this is, and like when you write something with curly brackets, it's identify as a variable and it will print uh, this, or like it will create a string at the time of compilation.
I
So
see.
like earlier, so like there was no problem with string dot format, but like as you said, like when we have very huge string, or like let's say you are creating a email newsletter application, so at that time like there were lots of variables or lots of stuffs there that you need to put in your emails. So at that time, like I was used to get confused, and it's like error prone. So and I made like lots of mistake earlier, but like with this kind of feature, like definitely it will be much easier to identify like where what I have put it. Earlier we used to like create a sequence like 0, 1, 2, 3.
Ah, okay.
So
Uh,
so
uh,
we have to worry about the arguments like where we need to put first name, where we need to put last name.
yes. So
So
I've got a question over the dollar. So the dollar signifies that this is a interpolated string.
yeah,
Whatever is in the quotes, you can break the string part of it by just specifying a curly bracket and then you in C sharp again.
yeah,
And then
and
stuff like name of and everything will totally work in there. So you can say first name, curly bracket, name of foo, and then
yeah, anything,
say
any valid C sharp XRSM will be working there.
okay. So why don't you run this and let's see how this works, because this makes totally sense. This for me, I can immediately see if I'm doing a whole paragraph of stuff. I can immediately see where the field names are, and it's color coded. The strings are red and the variables are black.
Yeah, that's what like help us like when you write some kind of email application where you have some kind of template and you need to fill some kind of variables there. At that time, it will definitely help us a lot.
This for me feels like a bit like a razor, like the razor syntax in ASP.NET.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, let me run it. Okay, so here you go. I think I have written console.write. That's why it's in.
Yes, okay, I see. Yes, just after Jalpesh, it should have been a
Uh,
sort of new line for
yeah,
you, but we,
let me write down. So we'll.
or you can actually, instead of saying right line, you can just at the end of the now instead of saying right line, how about we try something new here on GeekFest? We're gonna try do dynamic coding instead of um, plan coding. So why don't you remove the right line and just say the initial right like you had it before? Yes.
Okay.
If you take out the line, yeah, yes. And at the end of the curly bracket at the first name, why don't we just say backslash n? Surely
Yeah,
that will
that.
work because it's a string, and this backslash n signifies a new line. Surely that
Yeah,
will work.
yeah, it should work. Let's try. I haven't tried it, but let's try.
Because I mean, this is the yeah. There we
Yeah,
go. There we go. There we go.
yeah.
There, I also learned something. So it's the
I
same
have.
as right line, but because it's a string, the slash n signifies that it's the new
Yeah,
line, and
yeah, definitely.
formatting it as that, so it will work.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so moving on to the last feature, and I suppose C Sharp 6 has more features in the box, and it's currently developing more features by the day.
Yeah.
So
Right now, I think it's in beta 7. Uh, as I know the like latest status, but
okay,
like like we'll definitely have like preview sometimes in the October end or something like that. Uh, I was used to have. Let me see if I can find it. C sharp features outline or something. There was something there in um, GitHub there on Microsoft. Okay, I will like send you later on maybe.
Yes, we can
Let's not
totally put
waste.
that um, on the video link if we find it.
Yeah,
We can even do a little blog post about it maybe, and then we can include it in the video or something like that. But let's move
definitely.
on to using static members. I see.
Yeah. So this one is the last one. So like earlier we used to have static variable and static classes and all these stuffs, but we were not able to use like it in with using statement. So now you have that facility also available. So like what I have done in this application, I have just used the console.writeLine, but now I have used this as using statement at the top, and here I just need to write line only. So like you can use static uh, methods and classes with the using. That's the like kind of another syntax you were provided by C Sharp 6.0.
I see. So it sort of allows you to do a little shorthand of the static functions
Yeah,
that's inside system.console. So instead of going console.writeLine or console.readLine, you just like specifying that um, duplicated code on top once in using static system.console, and it will sort of inherit down when you type WriteLine. It will know that it comes from system.console. Am I right?
yeah, yes. So like if you see C Sharp 6.0, it's all about like syntax sugar and cleaner codes. So like there are not extra features at language level, but like there are lots of syntax sugar is there. So this is one of them.
Okay, so let's run this and see what happens. And then after this, I
Sure.
would like to try something new on this because I've got a question on that. So yeah, you're actually running the string interpolation one.
Y- Yes, let me make it start up. Okay.
Okay, so there I see printing this with using static features, which is cool. So this is using the normal console.writeLine function.
Yes, definitely.
Now, what will happen if I have a static void or static string writeLine function within my class program?
Let's try it right away. I think it should work.
No, what I mean is actually call the function writeLine. Capital W, capital L, just like the console one.
Okay.
You see where I'm
Okay.
going with this. So if you keep the casing the same as writeLine, just
Mm.
like capital W, like static string, writeLine, the on the bottom line 13.
Yes.
So yeah, just change your L to capital L. Yes. So what will
Then
happen
it
now?
will have. Yeah. Then it will have problems. So like you need to have some kind of program dot write line or something like that.
Okay, but
So
now
it's
it's not expecting the string though. So maybe make it expect a string inside your
okay.
function. Okay, and then we just say return whatever. Yes. So now, which one will it call? Will it call the console.writeLine one? Or will it actually call the one which within this? Um,
I think it should call this one. Let's try it. I haven't tried it.
so technically,
Let's
it will display nothing. So if we say yes,
yeah.
maybe
Let's put
inside there
there.
say console.write. This is called from within my own function or something.
Yeah, let's try.
Because obviously inside there, when you just say write line, it will call itself and it will go in a loop then.
Yeah, let's run it. Let's see. This is an interesting exercise.
There we
So
go.
it's yeah, so it's in custom function only.
So,
So at
so
that
when you
time,
so when you have a function for some reason that's inside
yeah,
your class, we know that your functions override
yeah, yeah,
the one in the using static. I see. Okay.
yeah. But I think there should be some way to like okay, there is the insert full qualification.
You see, it's actually
So
resolving from using static members dot program.
yeah, no, what I was trying to do like how we can differentiate. So here you can also have something like this.
And that will actually bring back the original one because you explicitly tell
Yeah,
it to call the one
yeah,
in console.
yes.
All right, cool.
Okay, so here we go.
So that was all the features that you, or that was some of the features that you uh, showed us today, and it was quite cool features, I would say. Um,
Yeah,
can you maybe go to your website for us and just um, tell us where to find you on the internet? I believe you've got
yeah,
a website, .netjalps.com, right?
yes. So this is my blog where I used to write some kind of technical stuffs there. So like right now I am into like ASP.NET 5, Angular, TypeScript, and lots of other cool stuff. So I
Okay,
am
great.
writing those stuffs.
And you're also on Twitter, and am I right?
Yes, it's Twitter. On the Twitter I have at the red gel page.
Okay, great. So the guys can actually go in and ask you questions there, and you will respond.
Yes,
Okay, there we go.
sure.
All right, perfect.
Yeah,
Jalpesh, thank you so much for taking the time and join us here on GeekFest. We've learned everything, or not everything, but we've learned all the cool stuff of C Sharp 6. And I would like to thank you for your time and hope to get you on the show again. And we can talk about all about Roslyn or maybe resharper stuff if it allows us.
definitely. One more thing, like I have put it this on GitHub also, like this demo. It's not the latest one, but like I will commit those things. So I will share you this link. Like it's github.com/.netjelps/latest C sharp features. Okay.
Brilliant stuff. Jalpesh, thank you very much yet again. And there you have it, folks. C Sharp 6. And let us wait for the C Sharp 7 coming out. And then we can also have another show on this and see how the things change going forward. Jalpesh, thank you very much, sir. Have a good day.
You too. Have a nice day ahead.